even when you're not. You're live. All right, I got YouTube. With YouTubers, what's good with your harvest time in the house? Assignment. Did you hear me? I said you might as well come on in to the assignment. Real time performance overview. I guess it's all right. Am I on TikTok? TikTokers, come on through and say you on. I can hear you live and clear on TikTok. What's good with y'all? Come on into the assignment. Of course, you know I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. Your thought. Give y'all some clarity over here on TikTok, on YouTube, Facebook. That look better, Facebook. Friends, y'all come on into the assignment. How y'all feel this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whatever time you get an opportunity to come, it'll always be a beautiful space to be. I say, I believe it'll always be a beautiful space to be. You get it. You finally is able to reach out, touch, get here on your assignment. Maybe somehow or another, my assignment is tapped into yours. I don't think I'm doing on this TikTok. I don't know. And listen, y'all know I'm new. I'm only 3 years. I'm a 3-year-old. We're going to fall and we're going to scratch ourselves. All I'm requiring is that you don't quit. You got so much more life ahead of you. You stop. You later, you better have the ability to look past the scratches, the bumps, and the bruises. I say you might have to have the ability to look past the bumps and the bruises of life. Did you hear me? Because at the same time, we all have it. We all gonna have some setbacks. We're all gonna have some setups or some comebacks. We gonna all have all those type of things. You think you obsolete, you think you are abstract, you think you are, you know what I'm saying, like you can't be scratched, you can't be up, keep on living. That's all I'm requiring that you do is keep on waking up every morning. And somehow or another, life will give you bumps and bruises and scratches. Even some broken bones. Just keep waking up every morning. That's all I'm requiring. Wake up every single morning. And keep doing it. I promise. This lifestyle, I can't stay like that. I gotta move. Just how I have to, just like you have to have the ability to look past all of the scratches, even if you have scratches on your limbs, right? You're gonna have to look past those scratches. You're gonna have the ability to look past the scratches. You focus in on the scratch, get a blurry view of what's behind the scratch. You gotta have to look past the scratch in order to comprehend, in order to understand, in order to vibrate higher. Every time you got a scratch, you look at the scratch for the rest of your life, and you'll be distracted by the scratch. Ooh wee. Did you hear it? I said you'll be distracted by the scratch, man. So since I am your thought leader, and since I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your health conscious coach, I came this morning with a specific message for some individual. Did you hear me? I say I didn't sit here these whole 30, 40 minutes trying to figure something out to say. And as soon as I sat down, I looked around my desk, it hit instantaneous that somehow or another you're going to have the ability to walk in divine conscientiousness. What is that, sir? I say, just like there is such thing as divine alignment, when you are divinely aligned with your heart's desires, and you start moving according to those things that you know are divinely aligned with your heart chakra. You feel me? And so at the same time, it's the same thing is that when you come into your divine femininity, your divine masculine, it's, listen, divine is tapped in across the board. So I brought you here this morning to talk about divine consciousness. When you walk in divine consciousness, I can tell you that you will start as a being and as a human being and as a spiritual aware, individual that you would start living with a heightened sense of divine interaction or divine alignment. It'll be a heightened sense that where little small mediocre conversations, minuscule things, you know, just hurt your nerves because you're like, wait a minute, I need so much more than this. You talking about mind and sand. You're talking about cents on a dollar. You're talking about minute, minuscule, insignificant value in the earth. As you become divinely conscious, you walk in divine conscious thoughts. You will look at these minuscule, it's like minutes. It's so small and minute in comparison to the scheme of it. And so at the same time, there is such thing as divine consciousness. You start to live with a heightened, constant, and consistent awareness of one's oneness with the divine. Ooh. And when you understand your oneness, that everything connected to you and source is intricately interwoven in the fabric of your being. And at the same time, you're like, why you gotta use all those big words? Listen, don't get mad at me, sir. I said, don't get mad at me. Don't be upset with me because that's my choice of vocabulary. That grandma did that. Did you hear me, sir? I said, grandma did that. Did that. D-A-T. You got to understand the whole concept. I said, grandma them did that. They did that. D-A-T. Because at the same time, they thought they were punishing me. They said, go sit at the dining room table and eat. We had a whole volume full of just nothing but encyclopedias. It had to be at least 12 or 13, 14, 15 books of just nothing but encyclopedias. I don't know if y'all are telling my age, I'm 58 years old. And at the same time, she said, go get one of those books, pull out the encyclopedia, read the word, write the word down, and then give me a sentence to let me know that you understand the definition of that particular word. So grandma them always thought that was punishment. Ooh, not even understanding that it was preparation. Ooh. So since grandma them, Benjamin James Davis and Willie Davis and Mother Britt and Mother Brown and Sister Hammond and all the women of God that stood around me, anointed me. Maybe it was for a time like this. Maybe it's for this season of my life to come home. So since I'm here, and since I've been called and challenged and changed and charged and chosen, since I'm here, I might as well say something that will enhance or encourage or enlighten your being. So you walk in divine conscious thoughts, conscious awareness, conscious understanding, conscious acknowledgement, conscious acceptance of the mere fact of it all. And you'll start living with a heightened sense of awareness of one's own self, like of one's oneness with the divine. You might call him God, you might call him source, you might call it the universe, you might call him infinite wisdom, you know what I'm saying? Abundant understanding, you might call it consciousness, awareness, whatever your word is for the God. I'm just here to let you know that he is intricately interwoven in the fabric of your being. Sometimes you might have to go inward in order to tap in. I know they'll tell you to reach outside yourself, pray outside yourself, reach out for, you know, somebody that might have blonde hair and blue eyes. Who look like you. But at the same time, I'm just going to let you know that source, that the creator of all things, that the universe, rather than operating solely on ego and the Lord mind and the Lord, said value of self, that it will eventually become a state of being where a person transcends the illusion of separation. Did you hear me, sir? Hey, King, did you hear me? I said eventually it will become a state of being where a person will have to transcend the illusion of separation. And so at the same time, when you become this person or this human being or this spirit being that's having a human experience on this earth, you will eventually have to transcend the illusion of separation from the creator, from the universe, from divine consciousness, allowing divine guidance to influence every thought, every action, and every decision in your daily life. So at the same time, as I sat here for about 30 to 45 minutes to come with this, there's no way I could have figured all this out in that short period of time. Creator of all things said, sir, since you're walking with me like this, why not share it with the world? Tell everybody I said to walk in their divine conscious thoughts, divine conscientiousness as we start to walk. Will we be perfect in this walk? Absolutely. Is there such a thing as perfection? No. Neither am I, and neither are you perfect. But one thing that the creator of all things always shared with me is that even in the midst of your imperfections, even in the midst of your shortcomings, even in the midst of you falling short, you must be pure. So I'll stand. Since this is ministry for your mind, and since I have been called and chosen and charged since it's me, it might as well be me. Midas. Midas. It might as well be me that has been challenged and changed through this obedience of sitting down on October 15th, 2022. And the creator of all things said, open the laptop and speak into the mind of the people. I've been here since. And so at the same time, I sat as I pondered, what will I say that will enhance, will inspire, will encourage, will enlighten individuals that might see this podcast years from now, decades from now, Maybe this is legacy in the making. Ooh-wee. So since I'm here, since I am Kendrick B. Davis, Senior and Thought Provoker, since I am your health conscious coach and your intellectual content creator, and even without that lab jacket on, I'm still your podcast professor. You might as well understand that walking in divine consciousness, living with a heightened sense of constant awareness of one's oneness with the divine. When you walk in divine conscious thoughts with one's awareness of oneness, you are in divine thoughts, constant awareness of one's oneness with the divine. You might call him God. You might call him the creator of all things. You might call him source. You might call him the universe. You might call him conscious awareness. Eventually, rather than operating solely on ego and your lower mind and your body continence, which is the lowest vibration of you, you are a spirit that possesses a body that lives with it, that have a soul. And so at the same time, when you walk in as a state of being where a person actually transcends the illusion of separation, I think that was the biggest thing that they have ever done for us, to us, where they try to make us walk in the illusion that we're separate. And so a state of being where a person transcends that illusion of separation from the creator, from the universe, from God, from allowing divine guidance to influence every thought, action, and decision in your daily life, I promise you will start walking as it is intricately interwoven in the fabric of your being. Everything, every thought, every action, every decision, every prompt, every directive, everything, you will understand that you are it. That you are it. Did you hear me? I say you are it. You are it. And so at the same time, by me being Kendrick B. Davis, by me being your coach and your health conscious coach and your intellectual content creator and your podcast professor, I can reiterate everything I just said. When you know that you have a relationship, that it has been intricately interwoven in the fabric of your being, you walk in divine consciousness, consistently and constantly aware of the presence, then at the same time, you can actually transcend the illusion of separation. You can transcend the illusion of separation as that they want you to say that you're separate from the universe, and you're separate from God, and you're separate from infinite wisdom, or you're separate from, saying the creator of all things, or you're separate from this superior being. So I'm thankful. I'm so grateful. I am so appreciative. I'm just appreciative of the fact that I'll sit here with nothing to say and y'all get all this out of me. Did you hear me, sir? Hey, king in the earth, did you hear me? Hey, queens, did you hear me? I said I would sit here with nothing to say, and then y'all end up with all this from me. Here, since I am Kendrick B. Davis, senior, since I am your thought I am your health conscious coach, since I am your intellectual content. I will never give you anything under intellectual content. Can I get ratchet out here? Yes, in these streets. Yes, I possibly. But do I present that to you when I sit here and behind this sacred desk? Absolutely not. Because of the chosen, called out royal priesthood, holy nation that has been placed in me, within me, around me, securely, solid, complete, quick, genuinely, organically. Ooh-wee. So, since I'm here, and since I have no other choice but to walk in divine consciousness, I actually live with a heightened sense of consistent, constant awareness of one's oneness with the divine. I live with one's oneness with the Creator, intricately interwoven in the fabric of my being. I can't help myself. I'm trying to be known. Ooh, I say I try. I say I try my best to be normal. Is there such thing as normality? So I just know that when you're constantly, consistently aware of the oneness that you walk with the divine, that you will eventually walk in a state of awareness, a state of being, where a person actually transform and transcend and transpire and I don't know another trans word. Just transform the illusion of separation, because they try to they want you to be it's an illusion of separation. You walk as a state of being where the person that transcends the illusion of separation from the universe, allowing divine guidance, divine influence, divine awareness, divine connectedness. You're just connected. You operate from the innermost being that's divinely connected with your innermost source. Yeah. It will eventually have a divine guidance to step all pathway by which you will take will be illuminated. You told something happens to me when I sit down and be obedient to what the creator of all things has called me to, allowing divine guidance to influence every thought, every every decision making process in our daily life. So we're not drifting, we're actually intentionally shifting. Did you hear me? I say we are not drifting, we are intentionally shifting to a new gear, a new realm, a new dimension, a new aura, a new energy, a new frequency, a new vibration, a new awareness, a new oneness with the divine. You're going to have to look past all the dents and distractions. You're going to eventually have to look past all of the dents and the scratches of life where our lenses have been scratched across our people. Now we can't even see past the scratch. So you're going to have to train your eyes, man. And every dent, every scratch, every blemish, everything that you had to go through, every fall, every failure, every every mishap, every misunderstanding, every touch inappropriately, everything is a scratch. You're going to have to look past the pain of the scratch in order to see the power of the purpose. Woo-wee. I said you will have to eventually look past the pain of the scratch in order to see the power of the purpose. So, since I'm here, since I've been called, many are called, few are chosen. Since I've been chosen for this assignment, nobody can tell me, don't drink out that big blood. Hey, also I got down to the last corner. You better not drink out that on no lie. I say, who can tell you not to do? I say, who can ever tell you not to do it the way the creator of all things has called you to do it? It's your thumbprint, it's your fingerprint, it's what you have been called to do that's different from anybody else. So at the same time, I'm here. I thank you for chiming in, understanding you're going to eventually have to become a state of being where you actually transcend the illusion of separation. As you transcend the illusion of separation from the universe, allowing divine guidance to influence thoughts, actions, and decisions in divine consciousness. Thank y'all for chiming in with me. Thank y'all for chiming in with me right here on TikTok. Thank y'all for chiming in over here on YouTube. Thank you for being